All right, Janae Michelle Carter. Ms. Carter, you're charged with a second-degree felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Your bond amount is set at $5,000. I set your bond low for a charge like that because I know you don't have a lot of money, but you're not gonna get a personal bond. The law does not allow a personal bond on that kind of a case. So you are gonna need to go through either a bail bondsman or a lawyer or come up with the cash. A bail bondsman often charge around 10%, which in this case would be around $500. Did you have a question? Hey, can you get a mic?
I know this charge is not right. I'm doing probation right now for theft charge, and I report every month. And I do drug classes and theft classes, and this charge is not right because I was on my property, and this man came to my property.
Let me stop you there, because I know you have your side of the story, but I can't discuss that with you. This is a recorded proceeding. Whatever you say can be used against you. So I can't discuss the facts of the case with you without your lawyer present. And that's for your protection. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just can't have that discussion with you where you're talking about your side of the story. You need to discuss that with your lawyer.
Can you please let me out on personal bond? I'm going to classes right now. I'm reporting every month. I have attorney Alicia. She's working with me right now.
Right.
For some cases to get dismissed right now.
I know. I'm the one who gave you the personal bond on your last case.
I got a lot of positive stuff going on. My daughter's birthday is today. I was supposed to take her to the carnival today, and this man was there at my house. He gave me the money, and please, sir, just give me.
So here's the thing. I gave you a personal bond on the last case, the one that you're out on bond on now. But in this case, because this is a felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge, the law does not allow me to give you a personal bond. The law does not allow personal bonds on charges of that nature. So you are going to have to bond out. Do you have friends or family that can help you bond out?
My uncle's, he's in a heart hospital. I'm his home health care right now. And my son was coming down here so we can take my daughter to the carnival today for her birthday, and now I won't be able to do that.
Well, does any of your family members have resources to help bond you out of jail?
No, I just have my lawyer, Alicia, that she can vouch for me, she can get me out. If y'all can get her to come here today.
Well, your attorney's not going to be able to get a personal bond either. I talked to your attorney about your previous case, and I gave you a personal bond through your attorney, but I'm not going to. But you're not going to be able to get a personal bond on this case. Now, your attorney may be able to look for some other alternatives to try to get you out of jail. So if you don't manage to bond out in the next couple of days, your court-appointed attorney will reach out to you, and you could talk to them about what they could do to help get you out of jail. Ms. Carter.
If I get this charge, they don't have no weapons, no nothing. This man came to my property and attacked me, and they got him off of me. I did not touch this man at all.
Well, talk to your lawyer about it. The allegations have to do, and the reason it's charged as a deadly weapon charge is because the allegations are, and I don't want you to comment on this. I don't want you to say anything, but the allegations are that you threw a knife at him, that hit him in the arm, and that you punched him with brass knuckles. I don't want you to make any comments on that, but that's the allegations, and that's the reason why it's charged as an assault with a deadly weapon rather than just assault. Talk to your lawyer about your side of the story on that. Now, one thing that I will tell you is that if you do bond out, Ms. Carter, you are prohibited from having any contact with the alleged victim in this case. I know y'all live in the same community first village. How far away do y'all live from one another? Because I know
He lives right across from me. This man held me hostage in his house the other night, and the police had to come get me out in his man's apartment. He held me hostage. He locked the door on me. This man is mad at me because I won't have sex with him.
Okay.
He came to my property and the guy that was at my.
Let me stop you there. I'm hearing you. Talk to your attorney. Listen, Ms. Carter, your attorney can come talk to me about your cases and your, whatever you say can be used against you, and I can't discuss the facts of the case with you, but your attorney can come talk to me and talk about all these things and we can get into the weeds of it, and your attorney can give me your side of the story and discuss whether or not there's some other more favorable bonding arrangement which would be appropriate under the circumstances. So talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer can come talk to me. She's the one who came to me on your last case, and I'm willing to listen. But what I am telling you is that if you do get out of jail, you're not allowed to have any contact with him while this case is going on. Do you understand that? Do you want a court-appointed attorney, I assume?
Answer this question. You want a court appointed?
I assume you're one of the same court-appointed attorney you have on your other case. I'm going to go ahead and indicate that, and so it's the same attorney assigned. Kanika Freeman. Ms. Freeman, you're charged with a state jail felony theft. Your bond amount set at $2,000. You are not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. I set your bond relatively low for a felony. Bail bondsman, if they're willing to do it for 10%, would be around $200. You'll have an opportunity to use the phone in a little bit. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed? Do you have any questions? All right, good luck. Angelica Pineda. Ms. Pineda, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor criminal trespass. Your bond amount's $100. You're already out on bond on 2 other cases, if I recall, for a robbery charge and a drug case. What's that? You have court tomorrow for the robbery case? All right. So you're not going to get a personal bond, but you're going to be brought to court automatically from the jail, and you'll talk to your attorney then, and your attorney can come talk to me about a personal bond tomorrow once you go to court. All right. At this point in time, I'm not doing it given the fact that you're out on bond on multiple other cases, but your attorney can come talk to me about it. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? You want court-appointed, right? Okay. Any questions? All right. Good luck. Wayne Bresky. Mr. Bresky, you're charged with a Class A misdemeanor driving while intoxicated. Your bond amount set at $3,500. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You can be released today for free based on your promise to come to court. Mr. Bresky, you have 2 conditions you're required to comply with, and I'm going to go over that. First of all, you're required to install an ignition interlock device on your vehicle. You know what that is? The breathalyzer machine. You need to install that within 30 days of your release today. You can't, now importantly, you cannot drive at all while this case is going on. So it's not like you can drive around without it for the next 30 days. You cannot drive any vehicle at all until the device is installed. So you have an incentive to get it installed as soon as possible, even later today or tomorrow. Okay. In addition to that, you are required to be screened for alcohol counseling. You'll have a piece of paper telling you where to do the screening. You need to go to whatever classes or group meetings they recommend. Do you understand that? Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed. Do you have any questions? All right. Make sure you show up for court. Make sure you don't drive until that device is installed. You'll have 3 days from today to contact Travis County Pretrial Services and set up an appointment with them so they can walk you through this process and answer any questions you have on installing that device, okay? Paperwork and the telephone numbers will be attached to your paperwork when you get out of jail today. Okay. All right. Good luck. Miguel Flores. Mr. Flores, you're charged with a Class A misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon. Your bond amount's $2,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to be released today for free based on your promise to come to all your court dates. Now, this incident involves some type of a conflict with another person apparently that lives in the apartment complex. I don't know what the nature of that conflict is, but what I am warning you is that You need to resolve it without guns. You understand that? Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? You have any questions? All right, good luck. Daniel Galloway. Mr. Galloway, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor driving while intoxicated. Your bond amount's $2,000. However, I am going to give you a personal bond. You're going to be released today for free. Make sure you show up for court. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed. Do you have any questions? Good luck. Mark Gilbert. I'll stop talking. Mr. Gilbert, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor organized retail theft with a bond amount of $2,000 and a Class A misdemeanor failure to identify yourself with a bond amount of $2,000. Total amount of your bond's $4,000 on these new charges. You also have warrants for 2 other charges for cases that you had previously bonded out on, and those bonds have been revoked on 2 possession of controlled substance felony charges. One of them has a bond amount set by the district judge of $14,000. The other has a bond amount set at $7,000. So on the 2 old cases plus the 2 new cases, the total amount of your bonds is $25,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. Bail bondsman, if they're willing to do it for 10%, be around $2,500. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed? Do you have any questions? Good luck. Jacob Pena. Mr. Pena, you're charged with a Class A misdemeanor criminal trespass of a habitation. Bond amount set at $500. You're not going to get a personal bond. You need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. Now, I set your bond low because I know you're broke. If someone comes down to the jail with $500, you'll be released and you'll get your money back at the end of the case as long as you show up for all of your court dates. Do you have a similar charge that's still pending in Victoria from back in 2020 on this? Is that still pending? You don't believe so? Well, what do you know?
I mean, I've called the ombudsman, they stated that they have the case.
They said what?
They had a certain amount of time to file charges against me, the property owner, and I guess that never happened. So it just went out.
All right. Well, if someone comes down with $500, you'll be released and you'll get your money back at the end of the case, or you can go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. If you're not able to bond out, your court-appointed lawyer will reach out to you in the next couple of days. You can talk to them about what they can do to help bond you out. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? You have any questions? All right, good luck.